of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Congratulations to the Rattlers. And we're joined by quarterback Jeremy Moussa, linebacker Isaiah Major, and defensive lineman Stanley Mentor. Once again, if you guys would state your names and your affiliation before asking the question.
2014, last time Florida A&M came to play a game here. Talk about the big, just the magnitude of getting a chance to come to play in Atlanta. And in the bowl game, because you guys went to playoffs several years ago. Talk about the difference that you've seen this week in just being on this particular platform.
Yeah, I think the city of Atlanta has been great to us since we arrived on Wednesday. Celebration Bowl has done a great job of putting on a lot of events. It's been a lot of fun to hang out with my teammates and, just get to go experience all the things that the city has to offer. Got to see the World of Coke, the College Football Hall of Fame. That's a lot of things that our guys haven't seen before. And then just getting the ability to, hang out in the hotel. Those are going to be the things that I miss, when my collegiate days are up, just getting the ability to hang out with everyone. So, it's been great to us. We're going to get to play in a great venue. I can't wait to get on the field in a little bit and get to see what it looks like. But we're all very excited.
Stanley or Isaiah, did you guys want to respond as well? You fine? Okay.
Take it away, right?
All right. Next question.
Hey guys, good morning. Luke Williams from the Black College Sports page. This is for all of you guys. Talk about the journey to get here. I know the last couple of years you fell short of Jackson State, but being able to get here this time, just talk about the journey to get here.
Okay. We'll start with Stanley and then we'll go down to the end.
I mean, it was a pretty long journey at the end of the day, but we already knew the goals that we had set, which was the Cricket Celebration Bowl. So throughout the whole process, we wanted to take it one game at a time, every opponent. So, yeah.
Jeremy?
Yeah, just to piggyback off of that, we knew what our goals were coming into the season, and like you said, you got to take it one day at a time, one game at a time, focus on the current opponent at hand. It's something to be stated, to say that you want to achieve a goal and then go out and do it every single day. So that's what we try to focus on, and we did a great job because you hear all too many times of a team slipping up against an opponent that they shouldn't have, and I credit our guys, credit our coaching staff for being able to stay locked in.
Just to reiterate off of what they said, our journey's been a marathon, in my opinion. It's had its high tides and its low tides, but we've stayed the course and been able to sail with it smooth. I mean, we got it done.
Next question.
Wisdom Anderson, iHeartMedia. This question, I got two questions, one for Jeremy and one for Isaiah. Isaiah, with the accolades that the defense has garnered this season, yourself in particular, how important is it that the defense have a dominant performance this game?
First of all, I would just like to say I'm thankful for even being considered for those accolades. But as you stated, I'm no better than my defensive line, my DBs. So it's a complete group effort. But I mean, it's a mind frame we take into every day, every game. We must go out and compete, not just the Celebration Bowl, not just the SWAC championship. Every day of practice we take with a sense of urgency. So that's just that on that.
Said you had two questions. One was for.
Lawrence with ESPN's Landscape. All of you guys come from various backgrounds, from Vanderbilt, from JUCO, from Lane. Just talk about what it would mean for you guys individually to come into this historic program already and and take it to another step to where it's never been and appearing in the first Celebration Bowl, but also being able to potentially win.
We'll start with Stanley, then Jeremy, then Isaiah. Okay.
I mean, coming from Lane has been a pretty long journey because when I first got here, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So when I spoke to Coach Willie Simmons, he gave me an opportunity. So I took advantage of that opportunity, and I established myself within the team.
Jeremy.
Can you repeat the question real quick? Sorry.
What would it be for you to come from coming to where you are now, from coming into your background to where you are now, what would it mean for you to be able to come to FAMU and take this school to a place where it's never been in level of success on the football field?
Yeah, it would mean a lot. Like I said, our team goals were right where we are right now today, and we have one more to go finish off tomorrow. But personally, I think it would feel great, to set out a goal and accomplish it. That's what most people are looking towards every single day, and to give the fan base a national championship, something that they haven't had in a long time, and be able to do it, at the first Celebration Bowl for Florida A&M. What more could you ask for? So it's a great opportunity for us as individuals, great opportunity for us as a team, a great opportunity for us as a school, because I talked to our local reporter G about this a couple times, but I told him we're going to be a team of first, we're going to be a team of history, and we've done that along the way, and we got one more thing to do.
For me personally, coming from Independence, D2 previously before that, it's a blessing. I've never been to Atlanta. We played classic games in Miami, Orlando. So to just even be up here, man, I'm beyond grateful. And after tomorrow, I'll be the happiest man on the planet.
Next question.
Vaughn Wilson, HBCU Game Day. Guys, speaking of the Rattler tradition, a lot of schools would be happy with a winning season. A lot of schools would be happy with finishing the season beating their rival. Even more schools would be happy with a SWAC championship. But at Florida A&M, if you don't finish the job tomorrow, it's going to seem like a lot is lost. Do y'all understand that as part of your assignment?
I would say yes. Rattler Nation does not hold back at all. So, I mean, from Twitter to personal engagements on the street, they let you know that they're rooting for us and how much it means to not only us as a team, but to our fans and just Rattler Nation and all that. The win is a lot.
Yeah, no, I think we understand the weight that's on our shoulders, and not in a bad way. There's a lot of people that are behind us, cheering for us, giving us their support. And, we love that. We appreciate that because it makes us want to do our job even more. But Coach Simmons has done a great job of installing that in our team. But I think individually, just the type of people that we have on this team, we understand that. We're not satisfied. That's something I try to hit home with our team all the time. We've done what we're supposed to do, but there's still a lot of things that we could have done better. And we're in constant pursuit of, chasing excellence like Coach Simmons says. So we can't be satisfied with what we've done so far. We still got goals to achieve tomorrow.
Next question.
Good morning, gentlemen. Stephen Gaither from HBCU Game Day. This is particularly for Isaiah and Stanley. The MEAC has won this game 6 out of the 7 years, and every year it seems like the MEAC is a little bit more physical. You guys feel like the SWAC is preparing you guys to go for this level of physicality? I know your coaches coached in both leagues, but are you looking forward to that challenge?
Go ahead, Stanley. Go.
I mean, you could see it throughout the whole season. When we took on Jackson State, when we took on USF, it was all the same. We held up on the run game and then allowed them to try to go up there and pass. So at the end of the day, we just trying to stop the run and force them to pass the ball.
Just to reiterate off of what Stan said, from the beginning of the season, from fall camp, we've tried to establish that we're one of the most physical teams throughout college football. We take no plays off, no days off. So, I mean, if they say they're tough, they're going to have to show us.
2 more questions. Who's next?
Good morning, guys. My name is Dwayne Nash from the Yard, HBCU Sports and Hero Sports. Stanley, you're from Florida, so this isn't necessarily for you. It's more so directed towards Jeremy and Isaiah. Being from where you're from, Isaiah from Oklahoma, Jeremy from California, IE, right?
Yes, sir.
Thought so. All right. What was it about Florida A&M that drew you guys to come out there to Tallahassee, and what is it that needs to be done to have more guys from west of the Mississippi to come to HBCUs?
Yeah, I mean, what personally drew me to FAMU was opportunity. You know, at this point, I hadn't got much opportunity to play, and you know, I just wanted that opportunity. And Coach Simmons awarded me that. You know, he was the first person to get in contact with me when I entered the transfer portal, and we just built a great relationship along with Coach KJ Black, who was the quarterback coach at the time. He's now with the LA Rams, but. You know, that's all I wanted was just opportunity to compete, opportunity to live out my dreams and be a Division I starting quarterback. And that's what led me to FAMU. And I think the second part of your question, you know, I kind of give them some slack all the time, tell them to recruit some more California kids. But, you know, they say we're soft, all that stuff. But, you know, I was a little different because I was already out on this side of the country in Tennessee. You know, we have another California kid, Kobe Gross, but, you know, he's at Florida State previously. So, I think, you know, there's a time and a place. You know, I don't think that it's probably best for us, you know, to send coaches all the way out to California all the time. You know, it might be not the best use of time and money, but at the end of the day, I think we got a lot of great football players out there, and you know, we like to talk all the time about who's the best state in football, and you know, I just let them have their fun, but you know, we could play pretty good ball out there too.
For me, I went to kind of a historically black high school, if that makes sense. But I went to Millwood High School out of Oklahoma City, and we actually play a classic game, the second game of the season every year. So actually getting into the heritage and culture that FAM has, it was like, okay, I've seen this before, it's just on a bigger platform. And Marquise Bell was big for me. Him playing at Coffeyville Community College, which is in the same conference and down the street from Independence, and just seeing what he was able to do just really inspired me and was like, you have a chance to fulfill your dreams. So that's why I made my decision.
Last question, Mr. Roden.
Yeah. Congratulations. It's Bill Roden from ESPN Landscape. Just for Stanley, Jeremy, and Isaiah. For the past couple of years in the SWAC, from the outside, SWAC has kind of been Jackson State. They've gotten all the heat, all the light, all the kind of everything. And I was wondering, what was your mindset going into this season, knowing that that kind of light has sort of left and things more or less were kind of wide open? Just wondering how you guys felt going into this season after 2 years of hearing everything about Jackson State. It seemed like the veil had been lifted and the road had sort of been open for everybody.
Isaiah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, we kind of have a mantra for this season, and it's our time. So going into the season, we knew what type of team we had as far as skill-wise, just all around the board. On paper, we looked really well. So just knowing that that was the case and that the door was open, it was our time to go take everything that was in front of us.
Yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day, whoever our opponent was, whoever was there, it wasn't going to change our mindset and our approach to the season. And, you know, 2 years ago, they got them by 1 point. Last year, we didn't play very well at all. And this year, you know, we handled our business. But, you know, like Isaiah said, we know what type of team we had. We knew the players that we had on this team. We knew the coaches that we had on this team and what our capabilities were. So we're not really worried about, you know, who we have to play. We're just worried about taking care of our job, and the outcome will be what we want.
Did you want to answer that, Stanley, all? No.
Good.
Okay. Now the last question.
Thank you. Slipped one in on this, Michelle. Thank you. Luke Williams again from the Black College Sports page. When you guys look back on the season, was there any particular game that kind of defined, that brought you guys together? Any particular game from the season that, and then I'm follow up with this, what concerns you about Howard?
Let's talk about my good friend Stanley here. Go ahead.
I mean, we had some pretty good games throughout the season, but you know that first game in Jackson State is always the one that determines who we are as a team and what we can get accomplished throughout the season. So that Jackson State game really set the tone for us throughout the season.
Like Isaiah said last night, I'd probably point to USF. You know, it's a FBS team. You know, we stood toe-to-toe with them. You you know, if we don't turn the ball over 5 times, you know, it might be a different outcome. You know, I thought it was a slugfest, very physical game, and you know, we stood right there with them, and we're just trading punches the whole game. So, you know, even in a loss, like you said, you know, we had belief the whole time. We never wavered, and you know, I thought both sides of the ball show what they're capable of that day. And you know, Ray Matthews on the sideline told me that night, he's like, "You're never going to lose again in a Florida A&M jersey." So we're going to keep that trend going since that day.
Yes, just to reiterate, I did say that last night, but South Florida was, yeah, that game, just to see the look in each other's eyes, to see that we put everything on the line. And, I mean, you look up, it's 6 minutes left, 4th and 5, and we down a touchdown in Tampa, Florida. So, I mean, it definitely showed what our team was capable of. And as far as Howard, I mean, I would say they're kind of a complete team in some forms of fashion. Me being a defensive player, they have some guys that could play. Hunt, a running back, James, quarterback can play. Hawthorne, who's a all-conference receiver for them. So, I mean, they definitely have some key pieces on their team that are very crucial to the game. And they knocked off a top 10 FCS team in North Carolina Central, who was actually rolling at the time. So we know what they hold and over there, and we respect them.
Yeah, and then I can just add to that defensively. You know, I think they're going to play physical. You know, it's a big game. I don't think anyone's going to question that. You know, they're going to challenge us. They're going to challenge us. You know, they're not going to give us anything easy. And you know, we're up for the challenge. They're well-coached team. They're going to play hard. They got some great athletes as well, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Again, I want to thank Jeremy, Isaiah, Stanley. Congratulations once again on the SWAC championship, and applaud you guys for how well you've represented your school and your conference this week. All right?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.